All right, welcome in to another preview for a conference tournament. This one beginning on Tuesday, and it is the Horizon League. It's the first two rounds are on campus sites. The semis and the title game are in Indianapolis. So there's some things to consider here when it comes to who has to travel, what kind of crowd to support they're going to have. So that's something to look at when you get into the semis and finals. Let's take a look at the bracket here. And as you notice, once again, a little bit of space. You've got games on Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday. So there's going to be a little bit of time, especially for a team like Wright State, who doesn't have exactly the deepest team in the world, to kind of recoup a little bit and get ready for that stretch run if they make the semifinals or the championship. The Oakland IUPUI game could be rather awful for IUPUI, who's playing 5 players right now, and Oakland is just rounding into form. So here is the bracket for the contest. And as always, we have the odds scrolling. This is FanDuel's odds, and make sure to shop around because they could be completely different depending upon your sports book. Let's take a look at the 1 seed. It is Cleveland State, 19-9, 15-6 in conference. They lost 4 of their last 7 entering this one, so not exactly in the greatest of form. If you look at their offense, they're the best 2-point shooting team. They're the 5th 3-point shooting team and the 12th at free throw shooting. And that, once again, looking at this conference, there's a ton of close games that could make a difference here. Defensively, they're very good. 3rd defending the 2, 2nd defending the 3. And for those who are wondering, I'm using just the conference statistics, not the whole season statistics for the most part. If you look at Cleveland State, they've lost both of their games to Oakland so far this season, lost by 5 at home, lost by 8 at Oakland. They lost by 6 at Northern Kentucky. They lost by 1 at home to Illinois Chicago. They lost in 3 overtimes to Purdue Fort Wayne, and they lost to Detroit by 7. So this is a team that's kind of limping into things. So I don't know. It's kind of a vulnerable number 1 seed when you take a look at the Horizon League. And the interesting thing here is when you look at the 2 seed, it's Purdue Fort Wayne. They are not the second when it comes to the odds. Purdue Fort Wayne, 20-10, 15-6 in conference. They've won 9 in a row. They play that pressure style of defense. Offensively, they're the best team when it comes to 3-point shooting, and they're 6th in free throw line percentage. So that's going to be really good. Defensively, they struggle a little bit with the 2 defending the 2. They're 8th there, but they're 7th defending the 3. Their conference losses, they got swept by Wright State. Although both of those games were very early on in the season, so that's a little bit. And then they got also swept by Cleveland State, and they lost to Oakland and Northern Kentucky. So they're also kind of a vulnerable 2 seed. And as you could tell, the odds don't exactly go in their favor. Now, I'm kind of hedging my bets a little bit here when it comes to my sneaky team because I'm going with the presumable winner of the Wright State-Oakland 4-5 game. Wright State beat Oakland twice so far this season, beat them by 11 at home, beat them by 4 on the road. Now, Wright State's 0-2 against Cleveland State, but 2-0 against Purdue Fort Wayne. Oakland is 2-0 against Cleveland State, 1-1 against Purdue Fort Wayne. Now, you look at this Oakland offense, and they are very poor in a couple of things. 3-point offense, they're 327th. 2-point defense, they're 312th. And in offensive rebounding percentage on defense, they're allowing a ton of them, 341st. So I think Wright State's the most talented team in this conference, but they're not the deepest team. They have a big 3 that's really tough to stop. Oakland's got some players. They're starting to get a little bit healthy. And, of course, Greg Kampe is a really good coach here. So I feel like there's some value trying to find somebody other than the number 1, whether you go with Wright State, whether you go with Oakland, Purdue, Fort Wayne. I think this one's one of those more personal preference kind of conferences. I lean to Wright State. I lean to Oakland a little bit more. Whoever wins that game, I think, could win the championship when it comes to the Horizon League. Just a reminder for the folks watching, if you want to check out some of my work, you can certainly do so. SportsMemo.com. Got a lot of free plays up whenever I can. You can also use the promo code NCAA50 to get $50 off 30 days of college basketball. That is our look at the Horizon League. Mid-Major Matt signing off here on SportsMemo.com.